ప్రైజ్ లార్డ్ డియర్ బ్రదర్స్ అండ్ సిస్టర్స్. హోసన్నా మినిస్ట్రీస్ యూఎస్ గ్రూప్లో ఉన్న ప్రతి ఒక్క బిడ్డకి దేవుని నామానికి స్తోత్రములు. మరి ఈ రాత్రికాల సమయమందు మన మధ్యలో సిస్టర్ సౌజన్య ఉన్నారు. మరి ఆ సిస్టర్ గారి పట్ల దేవుడు నిజంగా మరి గత 8.5 months నుంచి మరి సిస్టర్ షీ వెంట్ త్రూ లాట్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రగుల్స్, అంటే లాట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. మరి అదర్ వీసా కానీ జాబ్ నిమిత్తమైన షీ సర్చింగ్ ఫర్ జాబ్ ఫర్ పాస్ట్ 8.5 months. బట్ షీ వెంట్స్ లైక్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ అప్స్ అండ్ డౌన్స్. మరి మీకు తెలుసు, ఈ దేశంకి వచ్చినప్పుడు మరి మనకి ఎవరుండరు, దేవుడే మనకు సహాయకుడు. తను ఎప్పుడైతే మరి మన ప్రేయర్ గ్రూప్లో మరి జాయిన్ అయ్యి మరి ప్రతిదినము మరి తను మన ప్రేయర్స్లో జాయిన్ అవుతుంది. మరి ఈ ప్రేయర్స్ ద్వారా ఆ సిస్టర్ ఎంతో బలపడిందో మనము తన ద్వారా మనం విందాము. మరి ఇప్పుడు ఐ విల్ హ్యాండ్ ఓవర్ టు సిస్టర్ సౌజన్య. ప్రైజ్ ది లార్డ్.
ప్రైజ్ ది లార్డ్ అన్న. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ ఎవ్రీబడి. నా పేరు సౌజన్య ఎలైషా అంబాటి. I come from Visakhapatnam, so I came to USA in 2016 as a student, obviously. So during my schooling, I had to go through a lot of worries, obviously, to meet and financially. The amount of finances that I needed to complete my school and everything was really difficult. So God, with His grace, He has helped me. And I worked as a live-in nanny for an Indian family. And during this process, for 2.5 years, I took care of a child, and that actually helped me earn a little bit in order to pay my school fees and also for my daily living. So during this process, I have acquired 2 major injuries. That is for my shoulder and my wrist, and due to lack of insurance, I couldn't have any treatment. But yet, through God's grace, my employer, her friend is a doctor, so she helped me to get painkillers, shots. So long story short, I graduated 2019 March, and my OPT started in July of 2019. So since 2019, I was vigorously looking for a job. And in this interim, I had to change 2 different consultancies. And my present consultancy, I'm living in Ashburn, Virginia. So these people, they really tried. For the past 8.5 months, so including September, it's 9 months. There's not a single client they have submitted my profile to. And this year, my H1 also got picked up. And I mean, as immigrants, we know that how important and how precious H1 is to us without any RFE. So during that process, I was so stressed out. Then Joseph has introduced me to Sabakrana and this prayer group, because every single day I would cry, get stressed, and not knowing what's going to happen tomorrow. And through these prayers in the group, I have really got enriched spiritually. And there are days that I would not be able to join the prayer, because at about 10 to 12 hours, I'm sitting at my computer trying to find a job, or trying to talk to vendors, trying to see if I could get an interview. So sometimes it was really exhausting, and that landed me into such an exhaustive mode that I would not join the prayers. But when I would join the prayers group, I'm so surprised like none of you people or none of the members of the group have forgotten my name, and they still continue to take my name and pray. And I'm really thankful for these wonderful prayers. So every month since August, every month ending, my employer would say, Soujanya, it's not working out for us. I don't think we can continue marketing your profile. And that is when exactly I would get an interview. As though, God is putting a break or an obstacle in order for them to not send me out of the consultancy guest house. So it would come towards the end of the month, so that they have to wait for the new month to come in order to hear a review. Obviously, there was no review. There's no response from the client side. And again, September came in, and again it's the same thing. So it's been happening, and I was at the crossroads of my life, not knowing what is happening. Every day I'm confused, and every day I would wail and cry, asking God, Deva, what is your will? Your chitta ఏంటండి? I'm really getting frustrated. ముఖ్యంగా నేను అన్యుల మధ్యలో ఉంటున్నాను. I do not want to be a disgrace, and I don't want to leave this house as a failure, as a disgrace, and because వాళ్ళందరూ దేవునికి దండాలు పెట్టేసుకుంటున్నారు, and they're getting the best job, they're getting the best packages, and I am like looking like a fool in amongst them. So please don't make me look like that, because you're a living God, and you're the God of gods, King of kings, and you're a merciful God. So I would always pray every single day, Deva, please don't make me look like a fool. Don't make me look like a loser in front of these people who are praying trees, dogs, and animals. So it's okay. It happened that my employer again, in the month of September, towards mid of September, he texted me in the middle of the night on a WhatsApp call, saying that, Soujanya, we don't see any progress at all, and you have to leave by end of this month. I was bitter because it's middle of the night. As it is, I'm carrying that burden of not getting a job. But at the same time, somebody who calls you in the middle of the night, not giving you good news, that always a bad news. I again started praying harder and harder, and I'm always in touch with Sabha Prana, on and off. He would also send me some job descriptions to see, Soujanya, can you try this? Can you call these people, see if this works out? So it so happened on the second last week of September, one of my boss, he lives with his wife in the basement. It's a single family home. So he said, Soujanya, don't depend on us alone. You just start, applying for full times and all. And if those vendors, if they are ready to convert that into a TTP, like a cop to cop, then we will come in between, and then we will convert it that way. Otherwise, I think we should start looking forward, because there's not a stone that we didn't turn, and there is not a door that we didn't knock for you. But I know what they did. They have barely done anything. So I don't know why it came out of his mouth, and I took it as like a signal. I said, like, obviously it could have been one reason, because these people are not able to place me. So obviously I think this is a signal. So I just, by fluke, along with other cop-to-cop positions, I just started applying for full times in the other W2s. It so happened that I got an interview. I was amazed, because that was the least I was expecting to get in an interview, because I'm only used to having my profile, my resume submitted to clients, but obviously they never converted into an interview. But this is a prime vendor, so I really don't have any layers between me and the client. It's the client and the vendor, and I'm working on their W2. I release full time. So this gentleman calls me, the recruiter. He says, Soujanya, the client is very happy with your profile. They would quickly want to talk to you. And this position never had a JD. It all said a junior to mid-level business analyst with basic technology like SQL and all. So I was very surprised. I said, see, I'm ready to face the client, but I need to have something to know what it is, so what I'm actually pitching for. So somehow this guy, the recruiter, managed to get a job description which says that they're looking for someone who has experience in contact centers, also known as call centers. So I said, come on, this is my cup of tea, reason because back in India, I worked for various call centers as a QA and also a call coach. So this is a piece of cake for me. I said, like, come on, get the interview schedule. So within a couple of hours, I got an invite from the client side, and the next day was my interview. So I just the night before, like what all I have worked back in India, I just converted them as workflows and as a work experience as an analyst. How would I gather requirements and basic stuff required for an analyst job? So I did that, and the client was pretty happy, and he wanted his technical team lead to talk to me the following day. So the vendor, the prime vendor who is following up my profile, he was pretty straight. um, he's pretty straight up that he would want me to. He wouldn't give up on my profile. He said, "This girl is really good. You have to talk to her. You have to examine her further." So it so happened that the technical lead, who is really good guy, who's a good gentleman, he said, like, "Do not worry, just talk to me. Talk to me at the granular level." And I was so open with him. I was so comfortable talking. So the discussion went for close to 15 minutes. And he totally understood that I do have experience in this particular line of business. So he just told me one thing straight. He said, like, "Soujanya, I'm interviewing you right now, and Mike, who is my boss, whom I'll be reporting to, that he's chatting with me, asking, 'Did you like this girl? Do you think she's the person, or do you think she's the right person for this particular position?' He's so excited and also anxious to know my decision." And I said, yes. However, they didn't officially say it right away, but they took time. And last Friday, there was nothing from both the vice president of the company and also the technical lead who took my second round of interview. So Friday was a little miserable because I didn't hear anything from them. And Saturday, Sunday just went in pain, misery, stress, anxiety, depression, whatnot. But of course, prayers as well. So every Sunday night, what I would do is I would just refresh my job boards and my profile across all the job boards, just like removing my resume and uploading so that it will come to the top. So these are some marketing techniques that we were taught to do. So when I was doing that, my recruiter side, my vendor side, he was already sent me an email on Friday night, evening 6 o'clock itself. But I just didn't bother to say those emails, thinking that, I got some marketing emails from the website, because once East is closing, my start. And since it's the weekend, I didn't bother to really check my emails. I was like pretty shocked and happy that I got to see that email. I was like shocked. They said like the technical lead is really positive about you. However, we're still waiting for the vice president of the company to give a green signal. So I just slept happily, and Monday morning I wake up and I see that the recruiter calls me asking, "Did you not check the emails again?" I said, "I'm sorry, I'm just like lost, I'm confused." He said the company, the client has given a green signal, and they are okay to take you. They just released an offer letter to the organization. I'm sorry. So we are about to release the same to you. I said, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yes, why would I lie to you? Just now I got the news, so I have, again, I'm getting back to you with that." And from this Monday onwards, things moved faster. I got my offer letter. I got my my onboarding papers, which I'm working on right now. And everything went so quickly that it was so, I felt it's a dream. For a couple of days in this week, I was not ready to believe it, not because I have no faith. It's such a shocking thing. And compared to all the consultants in this house that I'm living with, I have the best pay. I don't have to beg my employer, "Please increase $1. Please give me $1 more," because whatever I'm earning is mine. And God has very miraculously, in a glorious way, has taken me into my promised land, which I have been fighting for, which I have been praying for. And this is something very emotional to me right now, because I'm living in a place where I do not have family. All I have is the prayer group, Prabhakarana, and everybody. And I cannot thank God enough for this lovely, joyful moment in my life. I'm overwhelmed with the joy. I used to think like, ఇంతవేల మంది కోట్ల మధ్యన దేవుడికి నేను గుర్తొస్తానా అని. But that is wrong. God remembers everybody. He knows to give when, how much, and what time. It is a little unfortunate because we as human beings are always anxious about tomorrow. And we want to know what is God's will, because the pain we are going through is so severe when compared to the human natural way. But for God, it is just a day. And I'm so happy I belong to such a big God. I'm a child of such a big God, a living God, and a great God that I cannot thank enough. And I cannot also thank enough for all you people, all you families. We spend so much time to pray, to come together. Because after this, I don't have anybody to say I'm family. And I'm very confident that I can always knock on Prabhakarana's house, or any of you guys, if I could leave a message in the group. Obviously, I'm confident and so sure that somebody would come to my need for my aid, because we are living as a family in God's name. It is not easy, because leaving families back somewhere where we have lived comfortably, not knowing the pain, and here you're fighting every single day to meet ends financially, emotionally, physically, and not knowing what is tomorrow, living on with visa issues, going forward as, not knowing what is tomorrow in term, because we are immigrants. But we have a very big God family. I'm telling you, we have a very big God, a God who would fight for us. He would be with us throughout this, and even through the deepest, darkest valleys of our life. I am very thankful for all your prayers. I ask you guys to continue to pray for me. I'm moving out of my self-consultancy. I already spoke to a landlord to move then tomorrow or day after on Sunday. But suddenly, that woman is not answering my calls. I want you to pray for me that that lady responds to my messages. I do not know if there is any problem that she has, and that she would not answer my calls because I'm about to move into her house. Please pray for that she talks to me or gives me some response so that I can smoothly move into her house from my employer's house. But I can't thank enough Hosanna Ministries, especially this prayer cell, who will relentlessly pray, especially Prabhakarana, who prays for everybody every day morning. The promised message that we get in the truth, it is so nourishing to the soul. It is such a wonderful nutrition that you get for our souls. The Bible word and the promise and the straight word from God. Every single day, I would wait for that word so that I can read it in the morning or first thing in the morning before I would start my marketing. It is such a challenge for me. At one point, I felt so useless, unwanted. But God won't make us feel that. God won't let anybody make us feel unwanted or undeserved. As long as we have Jesus in our life, we deserve things, and He makes things deserved for us. Thank you for this time. I'm sorry if I've taken too long. Thank you, everybody. Praise God.
థ్యాంక్స్ సిస్టర్ సౌజన్య. మరి దేవుడు నిజంగా ఎంత గొప్ప దేవుడు. మరి యెషయా 41:10 చెప్తాడు, నేను చేయి విడువను ఎడబాయను అని చెప్పి. మరి ఎన్ని శ్రమల గుండా మనం వెళ్తున్నప్పటికి కూడా దేవుడు మనకి ఎంతో సహాయకుడు. మరి బిడ్డ పట్ట మరి దేవుడు అసాధ్యమైన సాధ్యపరిచాడు. మరి నిరాశ నిస్పృహలతో ఉన్నప్పుడు మరి దేవుడు ఈ బిడ్డను పైకి లేవనెత్తి మరి ఈ ప్రేయర్ సెల్లో ఎంతో ప్రేయర్ గ్రూప్లో ఎంతో బలపడి మరి తను నిజంగా తన మాటల ద్వారా విన్నాము. మరి ఇప్పుడు ఈ బిడ్డ స్థిరపరచబడాలని చెప్పి మరి ఈ జాబ్లో స్థిరపరచబడి మరి ఈ యొక్క సాక్ష్యం ద్వారా అనేక మందికి ఆశ్చర్యకరంగా మార్చాలని చెప్పి మనందరం ప్రార్థన చేద్దాం. ఏకీభవించండి, మనం ప్రార్థన చేద్దాం ఈ సమయం ముందు. ప్రేమగల తండ్రి, కృపామేడ స్తోత్రం నైనా, నీకు స్తోత్రం ప్రభా. మీరెంతైనా నమ్మదగిన దేవుడి ప్రభా, నీకు స్తోత్రం ప్రభా. నైనా సిస్టర్ సౌజన్య పట్ల మీరు చూపిన కృప నైనా ఎంతో గొప్పది రాజా. బిడ్డ ప్రభా ఎన్నో ఒడిదుడుకుల నుంచి ప్రభా, ఎన్నో భయంకరమైన శోధల నుంచి వెళ్ళుచు ప్రభా నైనా ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ యొక్క ప్రేయర్ సెల్ గురించి తెలుసుకుందో హోసన్నా మినిస్ట్రీస్ అని ప్రభా, నైనా మరి ప్రేయర్ సెల్ ద్వారా పరిచయం ఏర్పడి ప్రభా గత 2 నెలల నుంచి ప్రభా ప్రార్థన చేస్తున్న బిడ్డ నిమిత్తం ప్రభా, నైనా ప్రభా బిడ్డకి ప్రభా మరి కొన్నిసార్లు అయితే ప్రభా నిరాశ నిస్పృహలతో ఉన్నప్పటికీ ప్రభా నీ యొక్క వాక్యం ద్వారా బిడ్డను బలపరుస్తుందుకు నీకు స్తోత్రం ప్రభా. అనుదినము వాక్యం ద్వారా మీరు బలపరుస్తుందుకు నీకు స్తోత్రం యేసయ్యా. ఈ బిడ్డ యొక్క జాబ్లో సెటిల్మెంట్ అయి ప్రభా నీ కొరకు ఒక బలమైన సాక్షిగా ఈ బిడ్డ నిలబడాలని చెప్పి ఆశపడుతున్నాం దేవా. మేమందరము సంగముగా సమాజముగా కూడి ప్రభా ఏకీభవించి ప్రార్థిస్తుండగా ఈ బిడ్డ పట్ల మీ కృప చూపించండి. ఆశ్చర్యమైన కార్యం మీరు జరిగించండి, అద్భుతమైన కార్యం మీరు జరిగించండి ప్రభా. విన్నాడు దేవుడి కాదు, చేయి విడిచే దేవుడి కాదు నాయన, నీకు స్తోత్రం ప్రభా. నాయన మా ప్రార్థన వ్యర్థము కావని ప్రభా ఎన్నెన్నో గొప్ప గొప్ప కార్యములు జరిగిస్తూ ప్రభా నేను ఈ గ్రూప్లో మీరు చూపిస్తున్నాం దేవా. నైనా అసాధ్యమైన వాటిని ప్రభా సాధ్యపరుస్తూ నైనా మీ యొక్క హస్తమును ప్రభా ఈ కుటుంబాల మీద ఉంచుతున్నందుకు ప్రత్యేకించి ప్రభా సృష్ట సౌజన్యం మీద ఉంచుతున్నందుకు నీకు వేలాది స్తోత్రం ప్రభా. ఎప్పుడే మీరు ఆశీర్వదించి దీవించి నీ కృపలో భద్రపరుస్తారని, సమస్త ఘనత మహిమ ప్రభావాలు మీరు మాత్రమే పొందుకుంటారని యేసుక్రీస్తు నామమున అడుగుచి ప్రార్థించుకుంటున్నాం తండ్రి. ఆమేన్. ఆమేన్.